So, my dear students, now today we are going to start with the ligand substitution reaction. So, in the last class, I told you about the stability of the metal complexes, and then we have to see the reactivity of those metal complexes. So, actually, whatever the topic we are discussing here, that is the inorganic reaction mechanism. Inorganic reaction mechanism. So, here the inorganic reaction mechanism, it includes, there are two types of reactions. Majorly, one is substitution reaction, another one which is redox reaction. So there are two types of reaction. Actually, all the metal complexes generally they follow these two reactions. Now let us start with this first one. This is ligand substitution reaction. So most of the complexes like octahedral, square planar, tetrahedral, they will follow the substitution reactions. So what is particularly substitution reaction? Nothing but we have to substitute one ligand with another ligand. So we have to replace a particular ligand with a whatever the another ligand. So let us take one example like Ml6. There are six ligands which are coordinated to the central metal ion. If it is reacted with Y ligand, and you will get the compound which is Ml5, Y and L. So see here you can easily understand that this particularly Y is replacing one of the L from here. So you are getting this particular compound here. So this is called the substitution reaction. So that is in case of the octahedral. So if you write the square planar, very simple like Ml4, if you react with Y, and you will get the product which is Ml3Y plus L. So see here this particular Y, the ligand which is substituting this particular L, and you are getting the complex here. This is a substitution reaction for the square planar, and this is for the octahedral. And you can see for the tetrahedral also. So they are nothing but these three are the major geometries of the coordination complexes. So generally at your BSc level, you will see only these three particular complexes. That is octahedral. So this is the octahedral structure. You can see here that is Ml6. It is a 6 coordination number. You will get square plane like this, and there is a upper ligand and lower ligand. So this is the octahedral structure, and this is the tetrahedral structure, which is a non-planar one, and this is a square planar. This is particularly the square planar. This is, and see these three are the major structures. So in a particular coordination complexes. So if you know the geometry of the octahedral structure, so then it should have the hybridization which is sp3d2, or you can write d2sp3. So if it is square planar, it will be generally which is dsp2 hybridization. So if it is tetrahedral, so generally if it is tetrahedral, and you can say this is sp3 hybridization. So this is the hybridization of this square planar, this one, and octahedral will be this one. Now we will understand the substitution reaction for these three particular complexes. So in this lecture, now we will discuss the substitution reaction for the octahedral. Then we will see the further the square planar and the tetrahedral. And the square planar and the octahedral, these two are very important. And at your PG level also, these two particular octahedral and the square planar, you will see the substitution reactions. So these two reactions are very important. Tetrahedral are not that much important, but you have to understand these two concepts, that is octahedral and the square planar. So we'll understand one by one for the octahedral, square planar and tetrahedral substitution reaction. So let us start with the octahedral complexes. So what is a way to undergo substitution reaction? So what is the mechanism for the substitution reaction for the octahedral substitution reaction? So this is a particularly this is the structure of octahedral. This is the structure of octahedral, and we will see the substitution reaction of this. So let us start with the octahedral complexes. So octahedral complexes, they will undergo substitution reaction with two ways. With two ways. One is dissociation mechanism and the association mechanism. So there are two ways here. Then one is dissociation mechanism, and second one association mechanism, which is also called SN1 and SN2, that you have seen in organic chemistry also. SN1, SN2, that is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution. Nucleophilic substitution reaction, that you have already seen in the organic chemistry also. that is the SN1, SN2. Like alkyl halides, they will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. But here also in the inorganic complexes, they will undergo substitution reaction. So here you have to understand that. So here particularly, where is the nucleophile here? So you know that metal, it is having a vacant orbital, that is d orbital, and the ligand which is having a lone pair of electrons. So this lone pair of electron must be donated to the vacant orbital of this metal. So that is there here particular in this particular complex. Now you have to understand that nucleophile is nothing but whatever the species that must donate lone pair of electron, then it is called nucleophile. So whatever the species that is accepting the lone pair of electron, that is the electrophile. So here the ligand is acting as a nucleophile. This is a ligand is a nucleophile, and this metal is a electrophile. And you can see here metal is electrophile. Phile, that is nothing but loving, caring, or liking here. So this metal is attracting the electron from the ligand, hence it is called electrophile, electron loving here. But here this ligand is a nucleophile because it is donating its lone pair of electron. It is donating its lone pair of electron to the central metal ion. So this is ligand is a nucleophile and metal is an electrophile. Here now we are studying the substitution reactions, and they are completely nucleophilic substitution reaction. So what does it mean here? So it means that metal and the ligand. So here this ligand is a nucleophile. This is a nucleophile. So here it must substitute here. That is, you can write if you replace with X, and you will get MX, and this is L. So here this X is particularly, it is replacing this nucleophile. So this X must be also the nucleophile, then only it can replace this L. So this is one of the nucleophile. So one of the nucleophile is replacing the another nucleophile. One of the nucleophile is substituting another nucleophile. So this is called the nucleophilic substitution reaction. And if it is one, that is unimolecular, it means that it is simply first order reaction. It is simply first order reaction. And in case of the association mechanism, it is second, that is bimolecular. That means it is a second order reaction. We will see how it is second order, how it is first order reaction. So we'll see with the kinetic parts also. So let us understand first dissociation mechanism, and then we'll see the association mechanism for the different complexes. Now first octahedral complexes, they will undergo substitution reaction. So I will tell you best example like this. Ml6, if you react with Y, and you will get the product like Ml5, and this is Y, and you will get L. So here one of the ligand is replaced with Y, and this ligand, the replaced ligand, is going out here. So this is whatever the byproduct, it will leaves out here. So that means here one of the L which is leaving group. So here I took particularly there are 6 ligands are there. So those 6, there is no rule that particularly the 6 ligand must be same here. That means you can take like this M. So I will take the best example like this: CO NH3 CO NH3 4 Cl2, like this. I take this particular complex here and replacing with water molecule. So here let us take CO NH3 taken 4, and here Cl H2O plus 2. So you are getting the which is Cl1. And see here you can easily understand that in this particular example, here this water molecule, particularly this water molecule, is replacing the ligand which is chlorine. So why here chlorine is replacing here? Why not here ammonia here? Because it depends on the leaving ability of a ligand. So there are the ligands, most of the ligands are leaving groups here. So here this H2O must replace this one chlorine or else ammonia also. But here which one is more labile, which one is more ready to leave, that can easily substitute here. So if it is chlorine is more ready to leave, then definitely this chlorine is replaced with the water molecule. So if it is ammonia, then ammonia will also replace it with the water molecule. So that depends on the leaving ability, the leaving group here. So here the leaving group here which is chlorine. So here not ammonia, particularly Just I'm taking an example. It is not exactly correct, but I will just I'm telling you to understand the leaving group here. So the selection of leaving, so it depends on many factors, but you have to understand that there is a leaving group and in each complex here. So you can take many other example like nickel, Cl3. So I will take Br, Cl3, Br, and here this chlorine or bromine. There are two ligands are there. So if you replace one of the ligand, so here the chlorine and bromine. So which one will leave? So the leaving ability of the chlorine bromine. So generally iodine will leave more faster than bromine and then chlorine and the fluorine. So iodine will easily, it is the best leaving group comparing with bromine, chlorine, fluorine. So iodine will leave more faster than bromine here. Bromine will leave more faster than fluorine. Like this, the leaving ability is completely different. So there are many factors for explaining the leaving group here. But you have to understand that there is a leaving group in a particular complex that can be easily replaced with the incoming ligand. So here this H2O is nothing but it is an incoming ligand. Incoming ligand. So which is incoming, which is occupying the place. So which is coming into the coordination sphere. So that is the incoming ligand. And this is the Cl here in case of this, Cl is a leaving group here. So here the incoming ligand must replaces one of the leaving group here, one of the leaving ligand here. So here remember this. So let us start with the dissociation mechanism and association mechanism for the octahedral complexes. So see here. So here Ml6, if it is replacing, if it is reacting with Y, and you will get the product which is Ml5 and Y and plus L. So here this one of the L which is a leaving group and here Y which is a incoming ligand. So this is the general reaction. So now let us see the mechanism of this. So it generally it will have two types of mechanism. One is dissociation mechanism and the second one which is association mechanism. So in these two ways, SN1, SN2. So dissociation, association. There are two types of mechanism are there. Let us understand one by one dissociation and association mechanism for this particular reaction. Now here in the word sense, the dissociation, the words itself it indicates that dissociation, nothing but it is a breaking. So nothing but the breakage. So dissociation. So it must break down here. So what actually here break down here? So association. So it is making a bond here. Association, they are binding him. So there are two ways mechanism is there. So one is dissociation, another one which is association. So what is the difference here? So nothing very simple. Here in case of the dissociation, first dissociation will take place. Here this ligand, here this particular ligand must dissociate from the complex here. So here I will write those two mechanism like this. Ml6, first Ml5, and then it forms Ml5 and Y. In the second case, that is Ml6Y Ml6 plus Y Ml6Y Ml5Y plus L. So see here, there is a difference between these two mechanisms here, so that you can easily understand that this is the first SN1 and this is SN2. See here the difference. Ml6, the ligand octahedral complex, first it is dissociated, it will easily dissociated like this. Ml6 is converted into Ml5. So it is, that means here one of the ligand is eliminating out here. So one of the leaving group which is dissociating from here, from the complex here, and you will get the product which is 5 coordinated complex here. And after the dissociation, another the incoming ligand which occupies the place of the sixth ligand. So you will get the general product which is again octahedral. In case of the association, that is SN2, first there is no dissociation. First there will be association. So the incoming ligand first, and it will attach, it will associate with the complex, and you will get the 7 coordinated complex. So see here, this is a 7 coordinated complex. And finally, by the dissociation of this dissociation of this leaving group, finally you will get the final product, which is whatever the substituted product. So this is the SN2 reaction. So we will understand this SN1, SN2 in detail by taking different examples. So first you have to understand that dissociation is nothing but first dissociation will takes place. Association means first association will takes place. So let us understand both of them. So let us see first dissociation mechanism. So dissociation nothing but SN1. So this is dissociation mechanism. So what is this particularly dissociation mechanism? So how it could be? So simply first the example, which is Ml6, which is reacting with Y, and you have to get the product, which is Ml5 Y and the ligand. So here nothing but we have to eliminate one ligand and we are add one of the Y, the incoming ligand. So here L is nothing but which is a leaving group, and here Y is a incoming group. So here incoming ligand must replaces the leaving ligand. So what is the mechanism? So first this mechanism involves two steps. It mechanism involves two steps. In case of the first step and the second step, what happens? In case of the first step, Ml5, that is Ml6, it is dissociated into Ml5 plus L. This is the first step. Ml5, it reacted with plus Y, and you will get the product Ml5 and Y. And see the difference between these two things here. So here first actually what happened? So here one of the leaving group which is replacing here, and this process actually which is very slow here, and this is actually very fast here. So this is actually rate determining step here. So what happens here? So first Ml6 is there, it is dissociating because it is the dissociation mechanism, you can see here. So first it is dissociating. So one of the ligand which is dissociating here. So one of the ligand is eliminating out here. So you will get the 5-coordinated complex. 5-coordinated complex here. This is a 6-coordinated. This is a 6-coordinated first actually. So this is a 6-coordinated, but it is a 5-coordinated. Then again it is a 6-coordinated. Finally, it forms again 6-coordinated with the incoming ligand. So what is happening here? So first, in case of the first step, dissociation will take place, and the second step, again the association of incoming ligand will take place here. So the what is the structure of this particular? So sorry, actually there is some disturbance, but we will continue from here. That is SN1, SN2. So once again, I will draw those two steps. That is the step one. So actual reaction is Ml6. It is reacting with Y, and it is you are getting the product which is Ml5 and Y, which replaces one ligand. And step one. So what is in case of the step one? What happens here? In case of the first step, this is Ml6. It is dissociating, and you will get the product Ml5 plus L. In the second step, you will get Ml5. It is reacting with plus Y, and you will get Ml5Y. And this is a dissociation. In the first step, which is the dissociation, this is a dissociation, and this is after dissociation. Here the association. Hence it is a dissociation mechanism because first dissociation is taking place here. So first it is a dissociation is taking place here. So here what is the structure of this complex? It is a 6-coordinated here. It is a 5 coordinated here. Here again, it is again a 6 coordinated here. So it means that, see here. So you have to understand one thing here. So that is, so first which is a 6 coordinated, then 5 coordinated, again it is a 6 coordinated. Then the structure. So what is the structure it might be? So the structure, it might be first, it is octahedral. So we are discussing about the octahedral structure. This is octahedral. And finally, it will be also the octahedral. What about this? So it is a 5 coordinated. So it means that it is a 5 coordinated. So that mean what here? It may be structure. So 5 coordinated complexes will have the structure with two ways. So first structure which is square pyramidal, square pyramidal, and the second structure will be generally trigonal, trigonal bipyramidal. So we will see both the structures here. So trigonal bipyramidal and also square monopyramidal or square pyramidal. So let us understand. So first let us see. So first let us see the structures of those square pyramidal and trigonal pyramidal. And see here the particularly. So here the five coordinated complex, it will have the structures with square pyramidal or trigonal bipyramidal. But in this mechanism, first it is a 6 coordinated and finally it is a 6 coordinated. But in the meanwhile, while through the mechanism here, it is decreasing its coordination number here. It is decreasing the coordination number here. And this is a dissociation mechanism. This is called SN1 reaction. So why it is actually SN1 reaction? So if you write the rate of a reaction, if you write the rate of a reaction, so let us remove all these things and I will show you the rate of reaction for this. So rate of the reaction. So what is the rate of reaction here? So rate actually it depends on a slow steps here. So rate is nothing but, so here generally rate is nothing but which is directly proportional to concentration of the reactant. So concentration of reactant nothing but ml6 here. So it doesn't depend on Y. So here I'm writing the rate of a reaction. The product here you have to get the final product. So the rate of the reaction, the product formation, it depends on only ml6. It depends on only ml6, but not Y here. So here it depends on only this ml6, but not Y here. So why it is not depending on Y? Because first, whatever the reaction, whatever the mechanism SN1, here the dissociation is taking place here. So to occur the dissociation, so to particularly to for the dissociation, so it depends on only ml6. So అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫైనల్ గా నీకు ప్రోడక్ట్ రావాలంటే ml5y. ఈ ఫైనల్ గా ఈ ప్రోడక్ట్ రావాలి అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇట్ మస్ట్ బి డిసోసియేటెడ్. ml6 అనేది డిసోసియేట్ అవుతేనే ఇక్కడికి వస్తుంది. సో ఈ ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ కి అసలు y తోని సంబంధం లేదు. దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఇంటర్ రిలేషన్ విత్ దిస్ y. సో ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ లో మనకి ఏం కావాలి అంటే dissociation అవ్వాలి. And the first step which is a slow step and it is a rate determining step, and you can easily write the rate of a reaction for this step, first step which is R, which is directly relation with the ml6 the concentration, and which is not reacting with this Y here. So it is only relation with the ml6 because in this first step there is no Y interrelated. Y అనేది అసలు లేనే లేదు. సో ఇన్కమింగ్ లిగండ్ అనేది లేనే లేదు. So here that you have to understand that. So here it is a SN1 reaction. So if you write the R is equal to remove the proportionality, you can write KML6. So see here, this is the first order reaction because here the whatever the order here, it is 1 here. So that is the first order reaction. So this is the SN1 reaction. So once again I'm telling you very simple, that is ML6, which is first actually it must dissociated and then it will react with this Y. First here the ligand which is leaving group which is eliminated to form 5 coordinated, and then again the incoming ligand which will associate with the 5 coordinated complex, and finally it forms like ml6 ml5 and Y. So here the 5 coordinated, it may be structure like two ways. So one is square pyramidal. So how can be square pyramidal like? So this is a square pyramidal structure, ligand, ligand, and the ligand. So this is a square here. and this is another ligand. So there is another ligand like this. So this is a square pyramidal structure here. So square here and one is upper ligand. So you can write the trigonal bipyramidal also like this. Ligand, ligand, another ligand. This is a square bipyramidal structure here. This is a square pyramidal, sorry, trigonal bipyramidal. So this is a triangle here. So this is a particularly the triangle here. You can easily understand. This is a triangle here, and one is upper ligand, and one is another lower ligand. So this is the TBP, trigonal bipyramidal structure, and this is a square monopyramidal structure. Square monopyramidal, which is a square here, and only one pyramid because only upper there is a ligand. This is a square monopyramidal, and this is a trigonal bipyramidal. So here the intermediate, that is ML5, it may have the two structures. This is this one or this one. So this is a SN1 mechanism, that is a unimolecular substitution reaction. Why? Because here the rate is completely depends on only one, which is a ML6. So this is, hence it is a SN1 reaction. So this is a unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So here this is SN1 reaction. So I will draw the pictorial diagram for this. So let us draw the pictorial diagram for this. So nothing but very simple like this. A ligand, and there is a ligand. So this is a octahedral. So I will write the square planar structure here. So this is the diagram for the mechanism for the SN1 mechanism, and this is the pictorial diagram. See here. You can easily understand here. So this is a 6 coordinated complex here, that is ML6. So this is first, actually it is dissociating, and it is making 5 coordinated complex here. So it is making 5 coordinated complex here. So this is nothing but ML5. So it is first dissociating, that is minus L. So here also minus L. Nothing but first dissociation will take place. Dissociation will takes place. Hence, it is a dissociation mechanism. So it is making two types of geometries. This is a trigonal bipyramidal structure, and this is a square monopyramidal structure. This is a 5 coordinated system. And after that, again, the association will take place. That means the incoming ligand will occupy in place of the whatever the leaving ligand. So here again, it means that it should form again the 6 coordinated complex by replacing with this L. See here, here Y is occupying in place of this L. So this is the dissociation mechanism. Very simple. This Y is replacing this ligand, and finally you will get the again octahedral geometry. So this is the SN1 mechanism, and this is the diagram which is called pictorial diagram for the SN1 mechanism. So this is the dissociation mechanism. So this is the dissociation mechanism. So once again, I'm telling you, this is the SN1 reaction. This is the SN1, that is nothing but the rate which depends on only one concentration, the concentration of reactant, that is ML6. And this is the SN1 reaction. I will tell you the differences between the SN1 and SN2 later on. First, you have to understand the mechanism. So this is the dissociation mechanism. Now let us see the association mechanism. So we will see the association mechanism here. So association mechanism. Association is nothing but which is SN2. That is the rate of the reaction which will be a second order reaction. So let us see the reaction also. So first the reaction, again this is ML6. Again it is reacting with Y, and you are getting the product which is ML5 and Y. So again same the reaction, but the mechanism is completely different here. So in case of the mechanism, it is also follows two steps here. So it also follows two steps here. It also generally it forms an intermediate. So in the first step, see here. So this ML6 is coordinated, is associated with Y, and you will get the product like this ML6Y. In the second step, ML6Y, dissociation of in leaving group, that is ML5 and Y. So see what is the difference between. So here the first association will take place. That's why which is called association reaction. So this is again dissociation, because one of the dissociation is nothing but the incoming, the leaving group which is L, which is dissociated from here. So see here the difference between the SN1 and SN2 here. So this is again 6 coordinated here. This is octahedral, and this is a 7 coordinated here. This is again 6 coordinated here. So 7 coordinated, this will be a structure generally pentagonal, pentagonal bipyramidal. So generally the structure may be pentagonal bipyramidal, and it may be the structure which is capped octahedral. Capped octahedral. So I will show you the diagrams of this. So but you have to understand this in case of the SN2 mechanism. So here the reactant, so whatever the complex here, so it is first associated, then it is dissociated. So association of the incoming ligand will take place here, and you will get the 7 coordinated complex here. And again here the 7 coordinated complex is dissociated into 6 coordinated complex here. But actually this is this particular the intermediate which is this one, this is actually which is unstable. So because it is highly 7 coordinated here, so this is completely unstable here. So it most of the time generally it will not exist for a long time here. So generally this is particularly this is not called generally it is called as a transition state. This is generally it is called as a transition state, because sometimes generally in some books it is given there is no two steps for the SN2 reaction, there is only single step here. So why, what is the reason here? Because so here let us write again simply like this, ML6 is reacting with Y, and you will get the product which is ML5Y, and finally the dissociation will take place ML5, sorry, this is ML6 here, ML6Y, and here ML5Y. And see here, first which is reacting with Y, association here, this is association here, and again this is a dissociation here, simply minus L here. So that means the ligand is eliminated out here. So sometimes in a books it is given as it is a single step process. But what is the reason here? So in case of the SN1, it will be like this, ML6, ML5, and you will get the product which is ML5 and Y. So here Y here and minus L here. See the difference between these two things. So this is dissociation here, and this is again association here. So hence it is a dissociation mechanism or SN1, and this is SN2 here. So why it is a second order, I will tell you here. But see here, this particular complex, it is actually unstable. This is unstable because it is 7 coordinated. Hence it is called the transition state. Hence it is called transition state. So, but here it is called simply it is an intermediate. Intermediate. So there is a difference between the intermediate and transition state. Intermediate and the transition state. So generally intermediate is a stable state. It is a stable state. It exists for longer time comparing with the transition state. Nothing but here this is also this is the first step here. This is the second step here. So this is the second step and this is also first step and this is the second step. In case of the SN2 and the SN1, there are two steps are there. But in case of the SN1, the intermediate, whatever the first step, whatever the product of the first step, it exists for a long time here. అంటే ఏదైతే ప్రోడక్ట్ వస్తుందో ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ లో అది ఇంకా ఎక్కువ సేపు ఉంటుంది కదా, ఎందుకంటే అది స్టేబుల్ కాబట్టి. దట్ ఈస్ మోర్ స్టేబుల్ కంపేరింగ్ విత్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ హియర్. SN2 లో అలా కాదు, అది 7 కోఆర్డినేటెడ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ హైలీ అన్స్టేబుల్. ద స్ట్రక్చర్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ డిఫరెంట్. ఐ విల్ షో యూ ద స్ట్రక్చర్ ఆఫ్ 7 కోఆర్డినేటెడ్ కాంప్లెక్స్ హియర్. అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ అన్స్టేబుల్, అందుకని ఎక్కువసేపు ఉండదు. So generally the transition state will exist only 10 to the power of minus 6 seconds. So 10 to the power of minus 6 seconds ante general గా అంతసేపు మాత్రమే ఉంటాయి ట్రాన్సిషన్ స్టేట్స్ అనేటివి. బట్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంటర్మీడియట్, సో దే విల్ జనరల్లీ దే కెన్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అప్ టు 10 to the power of minus 3 here. So there is a difference between 10 to the power of minus 3 and minus 6 also. So here the 10 to the power of minus 6, which is very less comparing with the 10 to the power of minus 3. So see here, the transition state, which is generally, which is unstable, so it does not exist for a long time. So generally you can say this is only single step process. In some books it is given as a single step process, but generally it is a two-step process. In the first step, association will take place. Second step, which is dissociation, will take place. Hence it is called associated mechanism. In case of the SN1, first dissociation will take place, then association will take place. Hence it is called the dissociation mechanism, which is SN1 reaction. So here the rate of a reaction in case of the SN1 and SN2 both are completely different. Here the rate of the reaction, which is 1 here, first order reaction. That means the final product of the reaction, which depends on only ml6. So if you increase the concentration of ml6, then the concentration of this ml6, the ml5, by the product will also increase. That is in case of the SN1. But in case of the SN2, which is a second order reaction, because here the rate of the reaction, it depends on two factors here. So what are the two factors here? So let us write those two factors here. So what are the two factors here? So I can write the two factors here like this. So here the rate, which is directly proportional to ml6 and also y here. So that means here R is equal to K in K. So I can write this as K ml6 and also y here 1 1. So see here, this is a second order reaction, because here also you can easily understand this is also slow step and this is a fast step, because it is unstable, so it can easily readily undergo the dissociation and you will get the product which is very fast comparing with the first step. And see here, so why it is actually slow here? So because this is a saturated complex here. So ml6 they are completely filled, and ml6 అనేది కంప్లీట్ గా octahedral స్ట్రక్చర్. సో ml6 అనేది సాచురేటెడ్ కాంప్లెక్స్, మొత్తం ఫిల్ అయింది, దాన్ని బ్రేక్ చేయాలి. సో దాన్ని బ్రేక్ అంటే ఇక్కడ మీకు అర్థం కావాల్సింది ఏంటి అంటే ml6 అనేది కంప్లీట్ గా సాచురేటెడ్ ఉన్న మొత్తం కాంప్లెక్స్ అది. సో దానికి ఇంకొకటి వచ్చి యాడ్ చేయాలి. సో యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు దాని స్ట్రక్చర్ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. సో అంత ఈజీగా స్ట్రక్చర్ చేంజ్ అవ్వదు. సో యూ విల్ గెట్ ద డిఫరెంట్ స్ట్రక్చర్ హియర్ విత్ 7 కోఆర్డినేటెడ్ కాంప్లెక్స్. Hence it is a slow process here. So let us see the structures of these 7 coordinated also. The 7 coordinated may be like this. The 7 coordinated, they may be like this. So again, let us draw those pictorial diagrams so you can easily understand them. So actually the pentagonal bipyramidal, the structure will be like this. M L L L L L. This is a pentagonal structure. This is the first pentagon. And if you write the bipyramidal, there is a ligand which is upper here and again lower here. So this is actually called pentagonal bipyramidal. So this is a 7 coordinated complex here. So if you write the octahedral, that is M. So very simple. This is L, 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 and this is a square plane here, and another ligand lower, and which is upper. This is the octahedral. The capped octahedral, there will be the ligand will be like this. This is called the capped octahedral. Capped octahedral. So in అంతగానం ఎక్కువ మీకు రాదు ఆ క్యాప్డ్ ఆక్టాహెడ్రల్ అని మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కేసెస్ పెంటాగోనల్ బైపిరమిడల్ వస్తుంది. So generally which is a pentagonal bipyramidal. So here in this case the 7 coordinated complex will be like this. So if you draw the pictorial diagram for this, you will get like this. So that is M, L, 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 L like this, and you will get the product M, L, L, M, L. This is also ligand. This is a pentagon here. A pentagon here. So what happened in case of the pentagonal? So let us write all the diagrams here. M, L, 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 and this is Y. So this is the product which is octahedral. Now you can easily understand this thing. So first it is a it is a 6 coordinated complex. So it must form, it is an association here. So 7 coordinated complex here. So you will get the product like this, square bipyramidal. This is called the square bipyramidal structure. Sorry, pentagonal bipyramidal structure. Pentagonal bipyramidal structure. This is a pentagon, and this is upper one ligand and lower one ligand. So that is pentagonal bipyramidal structure here. And here in case of this, again one of the dissociation will takes place, and finally you will get the product with the replaced product which is Y. Here L is replaced with Y, and this is again the dissociation will takes place. This is not L, this is actually Y. This is Y here, because association of Y is taking place here. So this is Y is nothing but the incoming ligand. So incoming ligand will occupies at this place here. So here nothing but again the dissociation of L will takes place, and finally you will get the product here. So next, in the second case, so you can see the second case here. So this is again pentagonal bipyramidal, and this is capped octahedral. So you will get the another ligand will be like this. So this is the octahedral here, and there is again one ligand which is at the cap of the octahedral. So this, let us take, this is Y here, this is Y here. That means here plus Y, that is association will take place, and again finally the dissociation of L will take place, and finally you will get the product. So this is the association mechanism for the SN2 here. So that there is a very simple nucleophilic substitution reaction for the SN1 and SN2 here. Now let us see the differences between this SN1 and SN2 here. So let us understand this SN1 SN2 with the differences here. And most of the cases SN1 will take place here. So most of the octahedral complexes, they will follow dissociation mechanism. They will follow dissociation mechanism, SN1 in case of the octahedral. So why, what is the reason why not SN2 here? SN2 ఎందుకు జరగదు అంటే SN2 జరగాలంటే SN2 కి ఒక రియాక్టెంట్ యాడ్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ మనకు 7 కోఆర్డినేటెడ్ కాంప్లెక్స్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ SN1, so first it can form 5 coordinated complex here. But in case of the SN2, it must form 7 coordinated complex here. So 7 coordinated complex అనేది అంత స్టేబుల్ గా ఉండదు. సో జనరల్లీ సారీ, సో సో జనరల్లీ 7 కోఆర్డినేటెడ్ కాంప్లెక్స్ అనేది అంత స్టేబుల్ గా ఉండదు. సో అందుకే SN2 అనేది జనరల్ గా జరగదు. సో మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కేసెస్ డిసోసియేషన్ మెకానిజం విల్ అక్కర్ హియర్. So let us see the differences between this dissociation mechanism and the association mechanism. Dissociation, that is SN1. SN2, that is association mechanism. And let us see the differences between these two things. In case of the dissociation, first actually what happens, this is Ml6, it will be dissociated to form Ml5. So that is, it is dissociated to Ml5, and finally it forms Ml5 and Y. So that means the incoming ligand will occupy, and first the ligand will be dissociated. That is in case of the dissociation, that is SN1. In case of the association, this Ml6 is, it forms as a 7 coordinated complex like Ml6 5, and again finally this is Ml5 and Y. That means here plus Y minus L here. That is first association will takes place, then dissociation will takes place here. So here this is simply, this is a dissociation here, and then this is a association here. Here it is a first association, it is dissociation here. So like this is a major difference here. And in case of the SN1 here, so in case of the SN1, so it is making 5 coordinated complex here. So particularly this 5 coordinated complex, the structure may be tetragonal, bipyramidal, or square monopyramidal, and this is a intermediate. So 5 coordinated will be generally, which is a, it is a stable intermediate, stable intermediate, and hence it is a two-step process. Hence it is a two-step process here. But in case of this, it is a 7 coordinated transition state, 7 coordinated transition state here. But here transition state here, but this 7 coordinated transit which is unstable. Hence it is a single step process. Sometimes it is a single step process here, but actually it is a 2 steps here. And here most of the cases dissociation mechanism will occur here. And here, and major differences, this is a first order reaction here, first order reaction, and this is a second order reaction. And you can see the major difference between these things here. And there are first order reaction, it is nothing but here the rate which is directly depend on the concentration of Ml6, but here the rate which is depends on Ml6 and also the product, the incoming ligand, which is Y. It means that if you take the excess of the concentration of Ml6, then you will get the more product of this Ml5Y. అంటే ఉదాహరణకి ఇది ఉదాహరణ ఎక్కువ తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. So let us take this first example, Ml6. If you take 10 grams here, so let us take it is a 10 grams, and you will get the product with you will get the product which is 1 hour. So if you take 20 grams and you will get the product within only 30 minutes. So like this, if you take the excess amount of the product, you will get the final product which is very easily. So that means the rate of the reaction which depends on the concentration of the reactant of this one. But in case of this one, you will get the rate of the reaction, it depends on both the factors here. So here in case of the SN1, it is completely independent on Y here, independent on Y here. Here there is no dependence on Y factor here. So it doesn't depends on incoming ligand, but here it depends on Y here. So that is the case here, SN1 and SN2. So you can see the SN1, SN2 with many examples here. But remember that most of the octahedral complexes, they will undergo they will follow the SN1 mechanism, that is dissociation mechanism. But square planar complexes will undergo association mechanism. So square planar complexes, they will undergo association mechanism comparing with the dissociation mechanism. So I will tell you in the next lecture why most of the square planar complexes, they will undergo association mechanism. So that we will see in the next lecture. So this is for the octahedral complexes. We will see in the next lecture for the square planar complexes.